Welcome back to another episode of Know Your SMS with Vikram Upadhyaya, where we break down real-world startup challenges into simple, actionable ideas. In today's episode, we're exploring one of the most overlooked but critical factors in your startup success: understanding your customers' willingness to pay. Willingness to pay is the maximum amount a person is ready to pay for your product or service. Surprisingly, it has little to do with their actual budget. A customer may want your product deeply, but if the price exceeds what they can afford, the sale won't happen. And this is where many founders get it wrong. They confuse interest with actual buying power. To uncover true willingness to pay, you have to understand your customer on a deeper level. Start with your target audience. Who exactly are you building for? A product might appeal to multiple types of users, but each group will have different needs, goals, and willingness to pay. A one-size-fits-all strategy doesn't cut it anymore. You need to dig into buyer motivations, what problems they're solving, what they value most, and how your product fits into their lives. Let's take a premium coffee subscription as an example. One customer may buy it for convenience, while another might care about origin, sustainability, or brewing notes. Both love coffee, but their motivations and how much they're willing to spend are totally different. This kind of granular insight allows startups to tailor pricing, messaging, and features in a way that truly resonates. Now, here comes the big question. Is your product even worth paying for? This isn't about slick branding or marketing tricks. It's about solving a real need. You can have the best customer service in the world, but if your product doesn't deliver value, none of that will matter. So before you scale, test your idea. Observe how real users respond, see what they love or struggle with, and critically, find out whether they would actually pay for it. And even if they would, there's one more thing to consider. Can they afford it? That's where ability to pay comes in. Knowing your audience's demographics, like age, income, location, and decision-making power, is crucial. If you're pricing a high-end tool for users who can't budget for it, you may be setting yourself up for slow growth or early failure. By aligning your price with what your market can afford and values, you give your startup a fighting chance. When a startup has this kind of clarity about who it serves, what they need, what they value, and what they can pay, it stops chasing the wrong leads. It stops pricing in the dark, and it starts building meaningful traction. Here's the bottom line. Your startup isn't just selling a product, it's offering a solution that must feel worth paying for by the right customer at the right price. That means understanding not just desire, but affordability. It means testing your assumptions, refining your offer, and truly listening to your market. Because in the end, startups don't fail from a lack of ambition. They fail from building things that people don't buy. So if you haven't taken the time to deeply understand your customers' willingness and ability to pay, now's the time to start. Because clarity about your customer equals clarity for your entire business. That's all for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in to Know Your SMS. If you found this episode valuable, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.